Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabby, if you are not familiar with me, and I love to talk all things personal finance, organization, and lifestyle. Today's video is the September reset. I am so excited to reset with you guys today. This was supposed to be a raspberry matcha, but I was running out of my raspberry syrup, so it's very subtly raspberry matcha. Delicious nonetheless. We are going to be doing the September reset. I will definitely have my digital planner in this month's reset. I'm sorry I did not have it in the last one. I will show you guys what I ended up doing for August theme-wise. I did end up setting up a digital planner. I just set it up like 2 weeks into the month, but I realized I really needed my digital planner to get back in a routine and be on top of my habits. I did actually use my digital planner in August. I just didn't show it in the last video. I will show you like a quick flip through of what my theme was and things like that, and then we will go over the September plan with me. I also will start the video as usual showing my Notion monthly reset page. If you are interested, I sell this Notion tracker. I just realized my hands were doing weird things. I sell this Notion tracker on Gumroad. I will leave it in the description box down below. There's also a ton of other stuff in this Notion template. There's like a monthly budget, annual goals, quarterly goals. There's a great travel planner, brain dumps, and tons of organizational systems that I love using on a regular basis. If you already have it, follow along with your monthly reset page. We'll then go over my monthly, we'll do the content planning next for what I'm planning on filming and uploading in the month. And then we will go over my monthly goals in my budget tracker, which I will also leave in the description box down below. I like using the monthly goals tabs to track my monthly goals. I think we should just get started. Here is the September reset page. Let's go over the monthly reflections. Okay, so what were my biggest wins this month and what contributed to my success? So I said budget and spending was great. I had a really high spend month in July and I really wanted to bring my spending down in August, which I find can be hard in the summer months when there's just so many more things to do. But I think I did a great job. My budget was quite low this last month, for me at least. Maybe not for somebody else, but for me at least, it was low. I think I also was a lot better about tackling to-dos and being on top of my habits and things like that. Getting back to my digital planner was a big part of that. I also got the swing of getting back into filming shorts and reels. I took a big break when we moved. It was just like too much while also trying to maintain a YouTube channel. So I took a break, but I'm officially back. If you want to see reels, things like that, I'm usually uploading them to Instagram first. I do try to upload them to YouTube as well. But if you want to follow me on Instagram, I will leave my handle on the screen here. And I also got my period back, which was one of my goals for August. I have had a very infrequent cycle ever since getting my IUD out. I don't know what the cause is. I have suspicions that I have PCOS. I've had suspicions of it for years. I had a ultrasound done way back when I first thought I had it, and it came back clear. So they thought I didn't have PCOS, but my doctor also said that my birth control I was on could have kept my symptoms under wraps. Like if you have PCOS, sometimes they tell you to go on birth control to help with symptoms. So they want me to do another ultrasound now that I'm off it, and I will be doing that in the fall. I just don't live near my doctor anymore, so it's a little difficult. But yes, I did get my cycle back. It came back for 1 month, so we'll see if it comes back next month. I'm not holding my breath, but at least I had one cycle. That is a win for me. What challenges or setbacks did I face and what did I learn from them? Definitely drinking deeply affected my mental health this month. I don't think I've ever had such a low day as I had one of the days after drinking this month. It was just like mentally not a great day. I felt very low, very down. Literally, I think I said it like in one of my videos, I do not want to drink for months and months because of it. So I think what it is like the cumulative drinking. I drank most days on my vacation, just like, one drink here or there. Then on the weekends here, we're socializing, we're doing fun things. I had a bachelorette this last weekend, so it's just been like more social events, and I've just been partaking in the social events, and I think it definitely was leading to some like lower mental health days. So I feel a lot better now. I also was dealing with just some overwhelm. I think I have a lot on my plate with just like YouTube, my main job, and then I'm also helping my mom with the sale of her house and with purchasing a new home. That's kind of why we moved here. It kind of feels like we're on a timeline because I only have so many months I'm allowed to work remotely from my job. It's it's just adding a lot of pressure on my plate that I have like this deadline hanging over my head, forgetting everything's like resolved. Yeah, that's just been difficult. How did I spend my time, and does it align with my values and my priorities? Yeah, I felt like I did my day job, I did my YouTube work, I saw friends when I could, and then I just spent lots of time with my mom this month. I also saw my grandpa, I spent some time with my siblings. So they're all things I value and prioritize. And yeah, I think if anything, I could just say that I would love a little bit more self-care time, or like reading time, or just time to like chill, unwind. But I think everything else was really good. What habits or routines serve me well and which ones need adjustment? Sleeping in later has been a big win for me. I have been just getting more hours of sleep here. I'm working BC hours for my desk job, and basically I can start at like 9 a.m. and I didn't used to like starting that late in Vancouver, but now that I can, and I don't have to commute, I don't have to put on makeup, I don't have to do all those things, it just saves me a ton of time in the morning, and I'm able to sleep in like a whole hour later than I was in BC, and it has been paying dues. I feel so much better getting an hour extra of sleep. It's definitely showing up on my Ultra Human ring. I love this girl. If you are interested in a smart ring, I highly recommend the Ultra Human ring. I always talk about this. This is my favorite health tech item I've ever gotten. I work with Ultra Human, and I will leave them in the description box down below. I cannot say enough praises about this company and this ring. I love that it's not on a subscription model. There's a discount code, so check it out if you're interested. But yeah, my sleep score has been so much better. I've been getting like 85 plus every day, which is unheard of for me, so win. My morning routine has also been great. I feel like I'm in like a good flow now. I filmed a short and a reel about this, so check it out if you haven't seen it already. And then I have been taking the weekends off from YouTube for the most part. Like here and there I'll get a little bit done, but it's not like I'm working all weekend like I used to do, which has been great. I definitely am not putting up 2 videos a week like I sometimes was able to, but I think I just needed that, and I don't know. I'm happy with the output I'm doing on YouTube, and I'm happy with just taking a little bit of a rest on the weekend. What needs work? I said getting off my phone at night. I've been really bad at doom scrolling right before bed instead of reading. Like last night I doom scrolled till like 11:20 or something crazy, when I usually try to be asleep by like 10:45. So that needs to stop for sure. I think I'm gonna try charging my phone across the room so that it's just not there. What is one thing I'm grateful for this month, and why does it matter to me? I said grateful for David moving to Calgary with me. I'm just very grateful that I get to be close to my family for the first time in so long, and I'm sure not every partner would be down to move provinces all for like a short-term thing. So I'm just very grateful that he was willing to move here with me. I don't know if he can hear me right now. I'm blushing. Okay, moving on. Okay, monthly closeout. I haven't done any of these things except for update budget tracker and check in on monthly goals. God, do my makeup brushes need a wash. I have my monthly cleaning routine over here. I'm not gonna go over it, but you can read it if you want to. Okay, let's do favorites. So beauty, I said the Topic hair filler product. I'll put an image of it on the screen here. I got this because I have been dealing with hair loss. I used to use a root touch-up spray, like a spray that's dark so you can touch up your roots. I used to use that to fill in my part, and it was messy. It would always get all over my forehead, and it was just like, it would leak and it would leave black on my clothes. And I liked the way it looked in my hair. I just didn't like the fact that it leaked so much. And I found this hair filler product. It's definitely more expensive. I think the root spray was like $9 or something cheap like that. The Topic hair filler I think was like $40, so way more, but it actually works so well. It's just like this little powder that you tap in, and it has fibers in it, so they stick to your actual hair and they don't stick to your scalp. So it doesn't give that like weird filled in, like I just like my cat's screaming. Anyway, I love it. So I will show an image of it on the screen up here. If you have hair thinning of any type, check it out. I also said the CeraVe Healing Ointment. I bought this a long time ago. I wanted to use it as like an eye cream at night because I saw Abby Young say that she uses it, but I've been using it for my hands because it has been so dry now that we moved here. Calgary air is no joke. It is some of the driest air I've ever experienced in my entire life. And especially once I'm like climatized to Vancouver coming back, I am like, I don't know if you can see my like knuckles. They actually like crack sometimes from just being so dry, and I get like splits in my skin on my fingers. It's so bad. So I've been using that on my hands, especially before bed, just so that like I'm not like washing it off immediately after, but it's been helping a ton. So highly recommend if you have any like really dry spots. And then also I've been loving the K18 hair treatment. I finally have it again. I got like this big bottle. My stepmom has an esthetician license, so she can get like really cheap, high quality products and like the big versions they have in salons. So it's like this big of K18 and she paid $58 for it. Crazy, crazy. Because I have such a big amount of it and I didn't pay an arm and a leg for it, I've just been using it weekly and I feel like it's working really well on my ends, which are desperately needing a trim. We're trying to do our best there. Okay, clothes. I got a new Aritzia halter top this month that I have been absolutely loving. I just feel like it's so flattering and I love the color. I have a pair of pants that is a very similar shade and I like wearing them together. I also think this works with like skirts. It works for going out. I wear it casually sometimes, so I just like it's like a well-rounded top that I'm gonna get lots of wear out of. So I said that. I will put a photo of it on the screen here. I also got a pair of Sambas. I think I got them in like June, if I'm not mistaken. They're like the pale blue and white ones and I've just been absolutely loving them. I haven't owned Sambas before. This is my very first pair. I feel like I'm so late to the game. They're like about to not be cool anymore. I've been loving them. They're so comfortable, cute. The only issue I have with them is that they're like very light suede. Like the suede on them is very light and it gets dirty easily. So that's my only complaint with those. TV, I've been watching The Summer I Turned Pretty, season 3. I'm all caught up. I am devastated by episode 7. Devastated. I'm Team Conrad. I don't like Belly that much right now. I hate Jeremiah, so that's how I feel about it. I won't give too many other spoilers. I've also been watching The Twisted Tale of Amanda Knox. This is on Disney, I believe. I am super big into true crime. It's actually funny, I feel like I've never talked about that before, but I love true crime. And I'm also on a big true crime kick right now. So I actually just watched, what's her name? Call Me Chris's video about Amanda Knox. And then I've been watching this show, which I feel like because I know the whole storyline, it's cool to see the visuals for it. And then you also have an appreciation for how shitty her situation was when you can actually see it. I feel like when you just hear about it, it doesn't sink in like how much it would suck to be falsely imprisoned for like years and years. And watching it just makes you like devastated for how shitty that would be. I've been enjoying it. I think there's only 3 episodes out right now. I've been dying for them to put another one up because I'm interested in watching it. It's also in Italian, which just brings me back to our Italy trip. I miss it. So that is my TV recap. Creators, I couldn't think of a ton, but I feel like I just want to give some shout outs to people I have been watching this month. So I want to shout out Kenzie Christensen. She's actually a subscriber and randomly I was scrolling through YouTube and I saw one of her videos pop up and I was curious and clicked in and then I was like, wait, her name looks familiar. And then I was like, oh my God, she's commented on my videos before. And I just love her. She's got such good financial videos. She does like all the similar types of videos that I do, like monthly resets, stuff like that. She also has been doing tons of like payday routines. If you like my personal finance content, I think you'll really like her content. So I will leave her in the description box down below. I've also been loving Miss Meatless Muscle. She is a bikini competitor who is completely vegan and she just won one of her bikini competition shows and I've just been loving watching her videos. She does like a what I eat in a day in prep. Like I would never eat the way she eats right now. Like I'm not like copying her, but she has really great ideas for how to get high protein vegan meals in. I think her macros are something crazy, like 60 carbs, 20 fats, and then 170 protein, which I didn't even think was possible on a vegan diet, but she does it. She does it seamlessly. So I've just been taking lots of inspiration, like protein wise, from her recipes. And I actually find the bikini competitor stuff really interesting. I don't know. It's like such an extreme sport in a sense, but it's like any other athlete where I can't imagine how difficult it is. And yeah, I just been really enjoying her. And then Stephanie Harlow. She is probably the true crime creator that I followed for the longest. I think I found her, it's gotta be like 7 or 8 years ago now. And I think I've watched every single one of her videos in that 8 years. I just love her deep dives. She does like the most thorough true crime videos. Absolutely love her. And I also do listen to her podcast with Derek Levasseur as well. It's called Crime Weekly. So yeah, shout out to Stephanie Harlow. Food recipes, I've been making a protein cookie dough recipe every single day. Every single day. I'm gonna film a reel on it, but it's like super high protein. It tastes like cookie dough. I'm having chocolate chips every morning and I have no complaints at all. It's my favorite thing in the world right now. I wonder when I'll get sick of it. I don't know if I will. Miscellaneous, I wanted to give a shout out to my Roomba. I haven't really talked about her that much. She was featured in one of my vlogs, but I haven't talked about her in like finance videos at all because me and David actually used our points on our credit card to buy her on Prime Day. I think this is like an $800 Roomba or something crazy, but it was on sale for like $350 and then we used our points to cover the $350. So it was free for us basically. And I love her. She is a vacuum and mopping Roomba, so she mops and she vacuums, which are two of my least favorite things to do in the world. And she empties herself. Like it's hands-free, baby. The only thing I will say is that you have to pick up everything off the floor. She will suck up anything, especially with cats, those little mice and toys, she's gonna get them. So that's the only thing that's annoying is I have to do is just like clear the house of all things that she can pick up. But other than that, I'm not mopping, I'm not vacuuming, and couldn't be happier about it. I also want to give a shout out to our Wayfair cabinet. It's actually, let me swing you over here. That's her. She was like 300 bucks or no, 230 or something crazy cheap. She's so cute, she's short. Other than that, I love her. We didn't want to spend a ton of money on a cabinet, but we wanted something and we weren't finding anything on Marketplace. She came through and I think she is absolutely stunning. I also love that I don't have to have my coffee machine on this island anymore in the back of my videos. So shout out to the cabinet. I will leave that in the description box down below. Okay, monthly books. You guys, I really wish I had more books finished this month. I have been so bad at reading. I also have an annual goal to read 30 books. 30 books. And I have had 2 back-to-back months. I don't even think I finished a book last month, and I only finished 1 this month. I have 2 hours left on the audiobook for Magnolia Parks. Like, I don't know why I couldn't just bring myself to finish it, but I don't know. I just couldn't. I'm like kind of struggling with it if I'm being completely honest. Okay, let's go through these properly. So I finished Shadow Princess. I was almost done it in the last monthly reset, so of course I finished it. This is the 4th book in the Zodiac Academy series. I'm finally starting to get hooked. It took me up until the 4th book to be like, do I seriously want to continue reading this? So if you're in the rough, keep going. I think I started the 1st book last September or October, so it's been a slow ride for me, but I'm finally getting to the meat and potatoes of the story and I'm absolutely loving it. I gave it 4.5 stars. I think I was giving like 3.5, 4 stars to the first few, so they're definitely getting better. This book was tragic at the end. It definitely stomped on my heart and I immediately had to get the next book because I was like, I cannot sit with this. Yeah, as I mentioned, I'm currently reading the 5th book, which is called Cursed Fates. I'm really enjoying it so far. I think this is one of the books get longer because I feel like I've been reading this book for forever and I'm only like 30-something% of the way in. This book must be much thicker than the previous ones, but I definitely will finish this book this month. Mark my words, I will finish it. And then I am partway through the Magnolia Parks Long Way Home, which is the 3rd book in the Magnolia Park series. It's the 2nd book in the Magnolia and BJ timeline. And I've said this before, I'm not a huge Magnolia and BJ girl. I don't love toxic relationships. I don't love like misunderstandings and, you know, it just like kills me when people can't just communicate healthfully. I know that like it's kind of the point, like it's kind of like Gossip Girl and I think that's why people love it, but I just don't. I don't know. It's just something with these two. They bug me so much. Like just stop. Just freaking talk to each other. My God. But I will say Jessa Hastings has a beautiful way of writing and I love the descriptions. I feel like these people feel real and yeah. I will say overall, I'm enjoying the book for the writing and the people and like the way everything is presented. I just don't love the 2 main characters. I can't wait to get back to Daisy and Christian's story. So I'll finish this and then I'll be right back into my preferable place. Okay, let's go to the content page. We'll cover my content plan for this upcoming month. So this is the September content calendar. Let's actually go to this here. Just uploaded the financial reset this morning and planning wise, I have this video, of course, which is a September reset. I also am currently filming a what I spend in a week video, so that will be out shortly. And I also want to get up my August budget review short that I do every single month. So that is something I need to start working on in the upcoming days. I'm hoping to get that up early next week. I also really want to do a how I budget my paycheck video. I think my old video like this is almost a year old and definitely some things have changed. So I want to do an updated version. I want to do a September budget short if I can get to it. I find I usually just do the monthly recap like of the month before and then I don't show the next month in a short, but I want to try this month. I also really want to try making high protein cinnamon rolls. I've seen some recipes and I kind of want to like mishmash a bunch of recipes that were not vegan and try to make them vegan. So I want to do that. I also want to do a short on the new way I've been preserving my blowout when I go to bed at night. So that's another idea I have. These are all just some fun videos, but let's see what I was actually planning for the month. I have like 4 shorts planned. I want to try to get on a cycle where I'm posting a short every Wednesday, and then if I can, try to get another post out in the same week. I'm trying to grow on Instagram. It's really hard when I'm only posting like once every week or 2, so I'm trying to be more consistent. It's just hard. I also just need to be better at getting creative with like easy to edit videos. I feel like I'm always doing the most with shorts. I'm like clipping together like a million shots and like shortening it down into a minute, and it's it's so time intensive, and I don't think every short needs to be that way. So I need to just start getting out of my way with shorts. Some other ideas for this month, I want to do like a cozy fall vlog. I want to do maybe like some home decor shopping, getting in the fall spirit. I want to sort of romanticize the fall. I can tend to get a little sad at the end of summer. I also want to do a 10 things I won't be buying this fall video. I feel like the fall this is like consumerism at its core. This is when I get the itch to start buying shit. I want to do a video of just 10 things I will not be buying this fall and talk about all those things that maybe you would consider buying at this time of year. And then of course we have the financial reset at the end of September for October, which is crazy. So yeah, that is the plan for right now. If I can get a second video up some weeks, I will. But right now I'm just aiming to like definitely get one video out every week, and then when I can, you know, throw a vlog or something in there, something like that. Let's do the goals portion of this video. This should be pretty quick. I've been kind of trying to lean away from having a ton of goals every month, especially with all this other stuff going on with like my mom's house. I don't want to have a ton of personal goals. I'll probably just feel bad if I don't complete them. We'll walk through my goals from August. My 3 non-negotiable goals were help my mom with her house. This is like tricky to take off because like, I don't know. I just wanted to make more progress so I didn't feel so stressed about it. And I feel like things are starting to move right now, which is great. I wanted to upload my net worth tracker, which I have to my Etsy page. So if you are interested in just a net worth tracker, not like a full budget tracker like this, I have a net worth tracker that is live on my Etsy page. I will leave it in the description box down below. And I wanted to get up my how to invest video, which I did. I will leave it in the cards up above, whichever side the cards is on. I wanted to wash my car and vacuum my car. I did not. Personal goals, these are all tasks I had to get done for my mom's house. I got 50% of them done, so that is great. And the steam shower one is something my brother's actually gonna do for me, so we're making some moves. Upload net worth tracker, and by done I mean like people have been contacted, but no actual completion. I wanted to upload the net worth tracker. I wanted to start my 2026 budget tracker, which I have. We'll talk more about that in the September goals. And I wanted to see homes for my mom's next purchase, at least 2, which I think we only saw 1 this month. Hopefully we will see more next month. Health goals, I wanted to aim for at least 7 hours of sleep. I've been doing really good with this. I wanted to be regular with my supplements. I'm more regular with my supplements. I'm not amazing still. I'm probably only taking them 50% of the time, but 50% is better than like the 20% I was doing, and hopefully we can just continue going up from here. That reminds me, I haven't had them today. And then I wanted to get my cycle back. So as I mentioned, that happened. I wanted to get back to my normal budget numbers. I wanted to get back to weekly tracking on my budget tracker. And then I wanted to invest $400, which I have completed all 3 of these. My financial goals went very well. I wanted to see my grandpa, which I have. I wanted to see some of my friends that I hadn't seen yet. With vacations and trips in the summer, there were some friends of mine that I still hadn't seen yet, and I have seen half of them. The other half are still gone, so we'll see them when they're back. I wanted to spend some time with my parents, which I spent some time with my mom. My dad I haven't yet, but he will be back in September, so this is great. Career goals, I wanted to get back to uploading shorts and reels, which I did. I wanted to plan my content again, which I have been, and I wanted to find a new routine for working from home, which I feel like I'm getting the hang of, like when to film, how to handle filming when David's home, things like that. He's here all the time. I just close the door. And let's go over to the September goals. 3 non-negotiable goals. I wanted to continue progress on my mom's house. I think what me and David have been doing with this has just been setting weekly goals. We have like a whiteboard that we keep in the kitchen, and we're just writing everything we want to get done in the week for this. We're also helping her declutter. She's lived in this house for 20 years plus, so there's so much stuff that she has to declutter. There's like all of my baby clothes. We've been going through so much stuff. I literally have like 10 new items that are vintage from my mom back when she was like in her 20s. There's just been so much stuff we're going through right now, so that is like a big part of just helping her out as well. 2026 budget tracker, I want to finish the color schemes. I am going to do many different colors for 2026. I don't think the budget monthly layout is going to change much. I think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I think I'm going to be making a ton of different color versions, because that's like the #1 thing I hear from people is they just want options for color. So if you're have very strong opinions on a color of a budget tracker that you would like, or like a color scheme, let me know, because I'm making the colors right now and I would love to hear from you guys. And I want to make sure that I nail down the monthly layouts. This is usually what I do, is I like do the monthly layout and the setup page, and then once that's like nailed in in, locked in, that's when I'll start duplicating them. And then once those are duplicated, I can start making the annual tracker, savings tracker, investment tracker, all of those guys. That's sort of the process. So at the end of September, I want to have color schemes done and the monthly layouts done. And to get back on track with my reading goal, I really need to finish at least 3 books this month, potentially a 4th if I can. So that's a big goal for the month. I just copied over the car wash and the vacuum from last month. I also might have to start thinking about winter tires in September because that's a thing in Calgary. Personal goals, I just want to continue the 7 hours of sleep. I really want to like restrict the number of goals and just stick to what I absolutely need to do so I'm not overwhelming myself. Between YouTube, my day job, the budget tracker, and my mom's house situation, I think I have enough on my plate. So the rest of it is just going to be really peeled back. One thing I really want to focus on is getting therapy. I've been talking about this for so long. I literally had an appointment today for a consultation. She didn't show up because she had like a scheduling issue. So that is rescheduled, but I have a consultation, and if I like her, I will book my first session. And if not, I'll find somebody else. But I'm doing it this month. We're doing it. Supplements, I want to be way more consistent with them, AM and PM. So hopefully I can get another cycle, and hopefully I can get back to just having a normal cycle. Finance, I want to invest $200 extra if possible. And I also want to buy AirPod Maxes. I have been struggling with the headphones I have. Every single pair of headphones I have is broken in some capacity. My one set of headphones, literally while I'm listening to stuff, is like there's like static and like this awful sound in my ear. My other set is the exact same. Both have been through the wash several times. And honestly, for editing videos, I just need to be able to hear the audio quality so that I know that it's gonna be good. I really need them for editing. So this will be a business expense, and I am looking forward to it because my headphones are killing me. And then I do want to have 2 proper date nights with Dave. We have been really bad with date nights. We've been going out with friends, and if we're going out to eat, it's usually with somebody else. So I would love to do something together that's just the 2 of us, spend some quality time. That is the end of the goals portion of this video. I will transfer you guys over to the digital planner portion of this video. Welcome to the digital planner portion of this video. As always, the digital planner I'll be using will be linked in the description box down below with the discount code. Let's quickly flip through my August spreads. I didn't film my digital planner last month, but I still used it, so I wanted to quickly go over my theme. I was leaning into summer sort of vibe with lots of stripes and also red, white, and blue accents. I really enjoyed it. But next up, we will be going through my Pinterest to help me set a theme for September. So I usually just pin images until I get a feel for a theme that I'm looking for. This month, I wanted to focus on slow living. September is usually where I can slow down for the first time after a busy summer and still enjoy being outside. I'm looking forward to lots of baths, reading outside, and hopefully exploring all of the beautiful parks and mountains that are now near me. The fall is extremely short-lived here in Calgary, so we usually have snow by October. So September is kind of the last hurrah. So I'll start downloading my images from Pinterest, and then I will get started on creating stickers. I usually put together a sticker pack for every single month for my themes. I like to make stickers by downloading images from Pinterest and using Procreate to remove the background. Make sure you uncheck the background in your layers to make sure that the background doesn't get saved with the image at the end. And then you can insert a new image and then resize it to fit the screen. And then use the selection button on the top left menu to select a color that you want to remove. So you can select the background of the image, and then you can just begin erasing, and it will make sure you're just erasing the background. Once completed, download that as a PNG file, and I will upload these images into GoodNotes, and then I just need to resize them to make sure that they're like the size of a sticker, and then you can add it as an element, and then that will be a sticker you can use continuously throughout the month. And then I will make sticker packs for every single month that fit my theme, and that way I can quickly find all of the stickers that I want to. Next, I always do a vision board. I love making these every single month. This is one of my favorite steps of this whole process. I like to just put together all of the images I saved from Pinterest, usually with some of my stickers, maybe with some text and things like that. And I like to just make a vision board that sets my theme for the month that I can sort of continuously flip. Once that is done, I will move on to my monthly, weekly, and daily spreads. I always talk about this, but I don't really use my monthly and weekly spreads that much. I'm primarily a daily spread user. I just think that everything that I need is there, and I usually set up my week before it starts. So I kind of use my daily spreads as a weekly spread. I'm not like setting my daily spread every single day. I usually go in and do most of the work beforehand, and then I leave just what I need to write down and what I need to tick off every single day. I do enjoy enjoy the process though of setting up my monthly and weekly spreads at the beginning of the month. More so, it's just like a fun creative exercise. So I usually will always do it. But for example, last month in August when I was a little bit busier, I did not. I didn't want to bore you guys with all of the details of me setting up all of my spreads. So I definitely included just a couple of clips, but I cropped out a lot of the additional stuff. This also was filmed over the course of I think like 2 to 3 days. I just, whenever I had some time, I would sit down and do this and then take a break and then come back to it later on. So this is always just supposed to be like a fun creative exercise. It's not supposed to be a ton of work, but now we are going to be setting up my daily spreads. This is the most important for me. This is what actually genuinely helps me stay on task. I like to do my daily to-dos. I will write them out, and then I will also add in the time blocking on the left of the schedule splits where you have like your morning, afternoon, and night. I like to add in the times, and then that way I can sort of visually see how my day will flow. And once I have a good setup for my daily to-dos and schedule, I will copy that over into every single day of the month. This just makes my life so much easier. I don't have to do all of the like visual things, and I don't have to repeat myself. I highly recommend, if you are using a digital planner, take use of the copy and paste feature. It is the best. Okay, here is a final flip through of what my digital planner for September looked. I love the way this looks. I'm super excited. I do really enjoy this process. It helps me sort of visually, creatively align myself. I will get back to the video. All right, I think that is everything for the September monthly reset. Thank you guys so much for joining me and resetting along with me if you did. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, we have an Oscar. Oh, what are you doing? Okay, well, I think me and Oscar will bid you adieu. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Consider subscribing and turn the notification bell on. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.